What's up, y'all? It's Worm. Got a guerrilla warfare, I think that's what it's called, on Killzone 3. It ends up being a really good game. I end up in first place, but that's not important. What is important is today I have a story for you, and it is the story of my first hangover and first field party. Now, I had been drunk before, I had been impaired in other ways before, but never this excessively. Now, a little background. It was my junior year of high school. I had just moved from a normal, everyday public high school to I guess the proper name is an alternative high school. I didn't get sent there because I was a bad kid or anything. It was a public high school, but you had to be accepted to it, and the classes were just a lot smaller. And you got to know the teachers because you basically had the same teachers every year. Like, you didn't have a teacher in English one year and then never see them again. So they got to get to know you and learn how to teach you and stuff like that. So it was like the third day of school or something, and it started going around that there was going to be a field party that Saturday night. Now, if you don't know what a field party is, that's where you get a bunch of people together and you find someone whose parents own a farm or just a big plot of land out in the middle of BFE, and you go out there and you have a bunch of kegs and a big bonfire, and it's a lot of fun. Everyone gets drunk and has a great time. So apparently they did this every year so the new kids coming in could get to know everyone and have a good time and stuff. So when I heard about it, I was like, dude, I've got to go. I've got to find a way to do this. This is a new school. So I was kind of I wanted to like reinvent myself, like change my image and whatever. So I was like, I've got to go. And these two guys in my class, Will and Brian, who ended up being two of my best friends. Brian actually works with Lindsay now. But anyway, they were like, oh man, are you going? Because I need a ride. And I don't remember why. I don't think Will had a car yet. I don't remember what Brian's reasoning was. But I was like, yeah, dude, I really want to go, but there's a slight problem, because I am adopted and I'm an only child. So my mom is a little overprotective, to say the least. So we had to come up with a plan to convince her to let me go. Well, our plan was to find a girl who could call my mom and pretend to be Marshall's mom. That was the guy who was throwing the party. And convince her that it was that, you know, parents were going to be there and it's no big deal. It's just a bunch of guys hanging out or whatever. So we ended up finding someone. I don't remember who it was. I think it was someone's older sister or something. But so I called her and then handed my mom the phone. And was like, here, it's Marshall's mom. And they talked for like entirely too long on the phone. Like I was in the room and I was trying to play it cool, but I was freaking out the entire time. I was like, oh no, we're busted. But she somehow convinced her that it was like, you know, just all the new guys, you know, they meet everyone so everyone can be friends and stuff like that. So my mom was like, oh, this is great. It's like a school function. Warren never does school functions. This is a great idea. Yeah, so I am so glad my mom does not know that I have a YouTube channel, because she would not be happy about this. But anyway, so after I got the go-ahead from my mom, I knew I was good, because this was before everyone had cell phones. Like, if you had a cell phone, you were either a doctor or a drug dealer. So I knew there was no way she was going to be calling and checking up on me. So Saturday rolls around. I go and pick up Will and Brian, and we are off to the party. We ended up somehow getting a bunch of beer, somehow. I don't remember. But so we get to the party, and we're having a great time. We're, you know, drinking keg beer. People were doing keg stands. People were doing donuts in their trucks. There's a massive bonfire. Marshall was really into audio-video crap. I think he ended up going to Full Sail, but that doesn't matter. So he had this big, huge sound system set up with like a generator and everything. It was awesome. There were strippers there. There were two strippers for some reason, and some like 30-year-old lady had brought them to the party. Now, I was really, really, really trashed at this point, and I don't remember this, but allegedly, I made out with like the 30-year-old woman. Allegedly. I don't know. So it's getting like really late, and the kegs are done. So we had switched to the beer that we had brought. There's a pro tip: if you go to a keg party, bring your own beer because the kegs will be empty at some point. But anyway, so me and Will were walking back to the campfire to pass out basically, and we're walking and talking, and all of a sudden I just stop talking. And Will turns around right about the time that I just pass out while I'm walking. I mean, just out of nowhere. I'm talking, and then, bow, I'm on the ground. He's like, crap, man. He picks me up, brings me over to the campfire, throws me in a chair. About 5 minutes later, I fall out of the chair. He's like, damn it, picks me up, puts me back in. I fall out again. Picks me up, puts me back in. Third time I fall out, he's like, alright, screw it. I don't know this kid. Whatever. So, I wake up the next morning. I'm all wet from the dew. I'm laying in the middle of a fucking field in the dirt. I'm still in all my clothes. I didn't sleep well because I'm laying on the ground outside. And, so I get up, and Will and Brian all pile into my Audi 200 Turbo, and for some reason I had to give 2 girls a ride home. I don't know how that happened, but so I take Brian home. He's like 30 minutes from the field. Then I gotta take Will home. He's 20 minutes away from Brian. And then I've gotta take these girls home all the way to fucking Fairview, and that's like damn near an hour away. So, and on the way there, we had to stop in the middle of a back road so they could change out of their miniskirts into pajamas, because I guess their story was that they were staying over at some girl's house or whatever. But I get them all the way home, and then I'm gonna drive another half an hour to my house. I get home, it's 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. Like, that isn't a red flag for my parents. But I snuck in, passed out, and I crawl out of bed at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I am hungover as shit. I mean, I'm super white, I'm dehydrated, I feel like I'm gonna throw up or shit my pants, and my mom was like, how's the party? Was it fun? Yeah, it was fun. I think I ate a bad hot dog or something. You're like, really? That was my big excuse? I ate a bad hot dog? Yeah. So, I go to school on Monday, and I still feel like shit. Tuesday, I still do not feel very good. Wednesday, I finally start feeling okay, but I've got this massive bruise on my side, and I'm like, I don't know where this came from. So I'm outside talking to Will in between classes, and I was like, dude, I've got this big-ass bruise on my side, like, I don't know, it's like someone punched me. He's like, oh, yeah, it's probably where you passed out on that beer bottle. I'm like, yeah, wait, what? I passed out on a beer bottle? Apparently, when we were walking to the campfire and I passed out, there was a beer bottle, like, sitting up, and I fell on top of it, like, straight up kidney shot. So, there's the story of my first hangover, my first field party. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm also thinking about doing a Killzone 3 Road to Commander, so let me know if you guys think that will be a good idea or a bad idea or whatever. And I will see y'all later.